The web to me is a way for teenagers and the youth to basically be able to find their own support system, to understand it for what it is, and to understand how we said it's our own little personal own little village. We know who is in our corner, we understand who's with us, and it helps out because when times get hard, you know who you can trust on, who you can lean on, who you can depend on. Not someone who's just there for a day to day, just for a good time or something along those lines, but someone who's truly there for you. I truly do appreciate that.
To me, the web of support, it means really connecting with the community and putting into context things we know throughout our lives and the importance of having mentors, but contextualizing that with a program that helps us to really bring the community together in a much more fruitful way.
Red is the rule of five, which is basically your own personal little village. It basically means that you need 5 people in your life who cares for you, who loves you, and who supports you. In this case, we're measuring a child's love, and basically this is adult who you trust, who you can depend on, who can take care of you, and who basically expects more out of you in life than you expect of your own self. And this can be a parent, a teacher, a pastor, coach, the one person who stop across the street and say hi to almost every single day who can help you out. That can be a part of your anchors in your web.
Orange is the tangible strings that we are able to see very easily. So that can be a helpful home environment or nutritious food or a really supportive school environment.
Then you have yellow. Yellow is the intangible strings that basically, these are the things you can't measure. It's hard to measure these things. It's the hope, it's that faith, it's the courage, it's what makes you you, and it's the emotions that make you who you are, that you develop and you got from your anchors. They give it to you, sometimes it's consciously, sometimes it's unconsciously. And this basically shapes who you are as an adult.
Green is the individual strengths that each of us have. And as we progress throughout our lives and we have mentors, we keep expanding and growing on those individual strengths that then benefit the rest of our community and help us become mentors to other people as well.
Then you have blue. Blue scissors basically cut the ties inside of your web to where it affects your relationship with your web. You're not as supported as you were beforehand. And basically these are activities that you can willingly do, or that you can basically willingly decide to do this, or it can just happen to you. And basically it affects who you are and can cut holes through your web to where you're not as supported as you need it to be.
Indigo is caring for the cares, meaning that each mentor we have in our lives must have their own web and their own mentors that help them be successful mentors to us.
Lastly, we have violet, which is social norms, and this is the things that society has normalized that affect your web, and it affects how your anchors have to support you. It can put you down and it can make you unfloat, and that's your social norms.
I've applied the web of support in my own life by making connections with more adults and people who are mentors and have been mentors in my life and viewing them as anchors, but also making sure that I reach out to people younger than me and become a better mentor to them.
I benefited from learning about the web of support, more or less the fact I'm more conscious of the fact, I want to say, of my own web. It gives me a newfound appreciation of who's around me, and also how my own actions can separate me or cut my ties with my own web. It's more or less a reminder of my values, and it's also something that keeps me in check to make sure I'm doing it as best as I can do.
I'd like to see the web of support become a really good connection from the schools and the community, and to ensure that all the youth have mentors and a strong network to help them be successful.
I want to use the web to help strengthen others by allowing them to get, basically so they can fly. I want them to fly so that when situations get hard, that they have hope that they can embrace warmly, that they know the fact that they have a chance. I want it to be to where people understand without a shadow of doubt, that I am loved, that I am valued, and that basically I'm supported.